Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hello everyone. So how is everybody doing today? I hope everyone is doing great, right? Okay. So I hope everybody went through the instructions for submission. Don't worry if you haven't. We'll get them again at the end of the class and you can have a look and you can make your submissions likewise. All right. So today's class is going to be a very interesting class. So today we are going to paint using bubble wrap. Okay. Sounds creative? Yes. So I will just quickly tell you what are all the materials that you need for today's class. Okay. So that we can quickly get started. And at the end of the class, you will have a beautiful painting of flowers using only bubble wrap and a little bit of your acrylic paint. Okay. All right. So let me just tell what are all the materials that you'll need for today's class. Firstly, you will need a paper on which you will make the painting. It can be a white paper also, but it is better if it's a black colored paper. Okay, because it will provide a nice contrasting background. So you will need a paper. Then you will need your acrylic colors or paints. Don't worry if anybody does not have acrylic paints, even your watercolor paints are also fine. You can use that also. Okay, just remember to use more amount of the paint. In case you are using watercolors, if anybody does not have acrylic, if you want to use your watercolor or your poster colors, remember to use more amount of the paint, very less quantity of water. All right. Apart from that, you will need your brushes and you will need a jar of water which you will need to clean your brushes. Okay. And you will also need a pencil and an eraser. These are all the things that you will need for today's class. Okay, so just see whether you've gotten everything and we can quickly move on to the class. And most importantly, it's bubble wrap painting, so you will need bubble wrap. Okay, yes. Make sure that you've kept the bubble wrap cut up into pieces like this. Okay, I will just show you the pieces of bubble wrap that you'll need. Let us quickly get into the class now. Okay, is everybody able to see this? Okay, so you can see here I have my black color paper. Okay, you can see here I have my black colored paper. So what else do we need? Like I said, the brushes. Okay, jar of water, some acrylic paints, and bubble wrap that is cut up like this. Okay, can you see the slits, this little bunches of bubble wrap that I've cut off? If you have a huge sheet, that will make it difficult for you to make the painting. So better you cut it up into smaller pieces. All right. Okay. So till now, what was the use of bubble wrap that you could make? You were just popping the bubble wrap, right? Or you were using it to pack your gifts. But now we'll try using bubble wrap for our painting. So everybody just take out the bubble wrap. Okay, take out a piece of bubble wrap like this and choose one of your favorite colors. It can be red, it can be green, it can be, avoid green. Better to use red, blues or any pinks, okay? Any bright color that you would choose for a flower. All right, any bright color that you would choose for a flower. We are going to make flowers with bubble wrap. All right, take out any color of your choice. So here I have my bubble wrap. You will see that there are two sides of the bubble wrap. Okay, on one side it is plain and on the other side there are the bubbles. Okay, we need the side which is rough, which is having the tops of the bubbles. Okay, pay attention to this. Whenever you are applying the paint, you will apply the paint on that surface whether there are the tops of the bubbles. Okay, don't apply it on the smooth portion. Apply it on the portion where there are the bubbles. Okay, where you can feel the bubbles. Just touch the paper and you will understand what I'm talking about. There is one smooth side, there is one rough side where there are bubbles made. We will be painting on the rough side. Okay. Yeah. All right, so see here I have my bubble wrap. Choose any color that you want. You can go with any color. I will be painting with yellow color here. See, I have chosen a nice bright lime yellow color because that will be very contrasting against my background. Okay, just take a nice thick brush, dip that in your paint. Okay, and make a circle. Make a circle like this. It will be difficult, I know, but just make a rough circle. It doesn't need to be a complete circle also. Just make a rough circle and fill it up with the color like this. Keep taking color and just make a rough circle like this. See, you can easily make out that I'm painting on top of the bubbles. Okay, I'm not painting on the smooth side. You can easily make that out. Just make a rough circle like this and nicely cover up all of the bubbles inside that circle with the color, whatever color you're choosing. Everybody just complete till here first. Quickly get the color on top of your bubbles. Okay. Just make a simple circle like shape. It doesn't need to be an exact circle. Okay. It can just be a rough circle. That's all. All right. Now see for the next step. After you have applied the color nicely on top of it, we'll just take the paper. Okay. See, here is my black paper. We are just taking the yellow paper, flip it and place it on top of the black paper. I have flipped it so that I have now the smooth side here and I will press it down nicely. Nicely press it down. Don't be in a hurry. Press it down nicely so that the color gets onto your paper. Okay. Nicely press it down. And then I will slowly take off the bubble wrap. So you can see here what a beautiful design, a pretty little design I have here using nothing but just bubble wrap. Okay. Yes. Everybody got the idea? So we'll be repeating the same thing with the other colors also. If anybody has missed what we have done with this particular color, there's nothing to worry. We have 2 more flowers to go. So you can have a look there. All right. Everybody just quickly complete the first flower before we move on to the second flower. It's very easy. Those of you who have finished, remember not to touch the paper because the color on top of it will be still wet. Okay, keep it aside and get ready with your next color. Think of what other color you would want as your flower. Okay, and get that ready. We'll just wait for everyone to catch up and complete the first flower. Okay, we'll just wait 30 seconds more for everyone and then we'll repeat the same technique with another flower. Choose nice and bright colors that will really pop up. Okay, reds, oranges, yellows, blues, purples, pinks. Okay, nice and bright colors for your flowers. All right. So now for the second flower, take a fresh bubble wrap piece. Okay, don't reuse the old one. Use a nice fresh bubble wrap piece. Just like I told you, if you have a piece of bubble wrap, cut it up into little portions so that you can use each portion for one flower. All right. Everybody quickly catch up. We'll move on to the second flower now. So here we have a second piece. Okay. Let us choose another color which we will be using. Same technique. Remember to paint on the sides where there are the bubbles. Don't paint on the smooth side. Okay. We need to paint on the side where the bubbles are there on the bubble wrap. I'm telling this again and again so that you don't waste your bubble wrap sheets. So see, same technique again using our brush. We will just make a circle and we'll color up all of the areas within that circle. All of the bubbles within that circle. Nicely apply the color. So see, it's a rough circle. It's not a nice or complete full circle, just a rough circle, a rough circular shape. And just keep applying the color nicely on top of every bubble that is there within that circle. And then we will just flip the paper. We'll flip the paper so that the smooth surface is facing towards us. See? So here the smooth surface is facing towards us. Again, using our hands, we'll press it down nicely. Nicely press it down. Okay, don't be in a hurry. Give it some time. Give it some 10 seconds so that the color gets onto the surface. And while peeling off the bubble wrap also, be very careful. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. So see here, we've got our second flower. We've got our second flower here. So everybody just complete your second flower before we move on to the third flower. Those of you who have completed the second flower, think of the next color that you want your third flower to be, and also don't touch your paper because the color will be wet. You don't want it spreading off on all of the paper. Okay. Yes, everybody quickly get it done. The second flower. Okay, so you can see that the flowers that we are drawing, can you tell me which flower they resemble? These bubble wrap? Any idea which flower they resemble? I'm sure many of you must have heard of kadam ka fool, right? Kadam fool, yes. So they are like little balls of flowers. Okay, so these bubble wrap flowers that we have made, they very much resemble those kadam flowers. Okay, yes. So this is an easy way of drawing abstract flowers. Abstract flowers means they won't have very defined shapes, but there will be some artistic technique involved. Okay, that will make you perceive of them as flowers. So this is one kind of technique that we can use. This same bubble wrap technique you can use in a lot of places. To make your cards, you instead of circles, you can make squares, triangles, and other designs on your bubble wrap. And you can use the same for making some printing techniques also. Okay, everybody quickly get it done, the second flower, and we'll move on to the third. For the third flower, I'll be using a light purple color. You can go with any color of your choice. Try to avoid darker colors and the color green, because green color we'll be using to make the leaves around the flowers. Okay? Yes. We'll just wait 30 seconds more for everyone to catch up with the second flower so that we move on to the third flower. Don't be in a hurry when you peel off the bubble wrap. Again and again, I'm telling you, because that will just ruin your paper. Give it 10 seconds, press it down with your hands, give it 10 seconds, and then peel it off very slowly. Okay, we'll move on now to our third flower. All right, take another fresh piece of bubble wrap. So here I have a fresh piece of bubble wrap with me. Okay, so here I'm using a light purple color. Again, we'll be painting on the bubble side. Okay, don't paint on the smooth side, paint on the bubble side. And then flip the paper and press with the hands on the smooth sides. So here it's almost a light purplish blue color. Okay, you can see it here. So we'll nicely color it up, fill up all the bubbles like we've done with the previous flowers. Remember to get your color nicely on all of the bubbles, otherwise they will not stick to the paper. Okay, and then the same thing, just flip the paper onto the smooth side and then press downwards with your hand. So here I've placed it nicely. Okay, and I will press it down with my hands. Okay, once it's pressed down, just pull it off nicely. And see, here's your third flower. You got all your three flowers ready. Okay, everybody complete the three flowers before we move on to the further decorations. Okay, before we start off with the leaves, everybody first complete the three flowers. Those of you who have finished the flowers, you can just leave the paper out to dry for some time and just take out your green color, everyone. Green color and a thin brush. Okay, a thin brush and your green color. Okay, everybody quickly complete your third flower. Okay, and choose the green color that you would like to proceed with. I would like to tell you that a light green color, if you're using a black paper, a light green color will look very pretty. Okay, because black is a dark color. Any light contrasting color on top of it will look very nice. But don't worry, if you have a dark green, you can go with that also. Okay, and take out your thinnest brush, the thinnest brush that you have, just take it out. Okay, so everybody just get ready. We'll proceed on to the leaves. The rest of the part will be done with the brushes. Okay, this was the part for the bubble wraps, just to get the texture and these beautiful little flowers. So see here, I have my light green color. All right, and here I have a nice thin brush. We'll just dip our brush into the green color and we'll draw some leaves. So see, this is the first leaf that we have drawn here. If you are not very sure about drawing it out with your brush in one go, you can just draw or trace the outline with the help of a pencil and you can fill it up with your brush. Yes, but I think by now most of you should be able to draw small leaves with the help of your brush. It's very simple leaves. Okay. So in between all of these flowers, we'll draw some leaves like this. All right, everybody just complete drawing the tiny leaves first. You can see just some tiny thin leaves in between the flowers. Just complete them first. All right, everybody done with the leaves? Okay, so now we'll make some small little stems of leaves, okay, around the sides. So let's see how we'll make that. The same thin brush. we'll just make a stem-like structure here from the side. Okay. Just make a stem-like structure like this from the sides. And then on both sides of that structure, we'll draw some leaves. So on both sides of that stem, we'll keep drawing little leaves. All right, just complete this little stem or trendle at the side of the leaves, at the side of the flowers, everyone. Just complete this little stem that we have drawn at the side. Is everybody done with it? Okay, this should be pretty easy for everyone. We'll just draw a few more leaves here and there and a few tendrils here and there. Okay, you can avoid these also if you do not want to draw them. You can avoid these also, but these will just make it look more filling and natural. All right. So next we'll just draw some dots, okay, using the colors that we've used for our flowers. So see, like I have used yellow color here. I will make some dots with yellows. Okay, so that it looks as if there are small little buds of that same flower. Just make a few dots here and there in between the leaves, on top of the stems. Okay, so that it will look as if there are some buds of that same flower there. Okay, so here I have used only one color. I have just used the yellow color because it provides a nice highlight. You can use all of the three colors of your flowers and fill them up with tiny, tiny buds. Okay, you can use your orange color, blue color, whatever color you have used for the flowers. Okay, remember to use only those colors that you have actually used in the flowers in this drawing. Okay, and just make tiny dots all around the flowers so that it looks as if there are buds of that same flower there. Okay, now what other creativity can you do in this painting? You can draw a little butterfly, okay, or you can draw some more leaves, some more of those stems that we have drawn in this part of the drawing. Okay, so these are some more ways in which you can make this painting look more beautiful. So what did you learn in today's class? Basically, you learned abstract art firstly. Okay, what is abstract art? Abstract art is a kind of art where suppose you're drawing a flower. You won't exactly draw the flower, but you will draw something that makes your mind perceive of it as a flower. Okay, so here we have used the bubble wrap and we've tried to use its texture and paint out the ball-like flowers. They are known as kadam flowers, okay? So it makes our mind perceive of them as a flower. And then using our paint brushes, we have made all these little leaves at the sides and little buds, okay? Yeah. So you also learned your texture painting. So the same idea with the bubble wrap, you can use it for making the greetings card for your friends, okay, during some parties or birthdays, even friendship days, all right? Okay. So I hope everybody enjoyed this class and everybody got to learn a new use of bubble wraps. Okay. So the next time when you get any package, don't just discard of the bubble wraps. Keep it with you and you can use it to make such textured paintings. All right. Okay, so I look forward to your submissions for this class and I want to see more amount of creativity from everyone. Okay, apart from what we've learned here, I will be very glad if you could put in some more elements like some butterflies or some more little flowers, or if you could make some 4 or 5 flowers, that would be great. Okay, anybody who has missed the instructions for submission, do not worry. We'll play it again when the class ends so that you can have a look and you can make your submission. All right. Okay, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the class. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm